Hello, welcome to Moon Wandering. I am so glad that you have decided to join me with your practice today. I recommend you take a moment to get comfortable, maybe light a candle, turn on a playlist, whatever you need to do to get ready, and then meet me on your mat. Take a moment to be grounded, to center yourself. And when you're ready, inhale, gaze thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to flat back. Exhale as you step back into plank, lower down. Inhale, upward dog, look up. Exhale, downward dog, gaze towards your navel or between the knees. Keep the spine straight, tailbone pointing up, heels pressed back and down towards the mat. Then, when you're ready, gaze back between the hands, walk or step the feet to meet them. Inhale, halfway to lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, full body rise, hands overhead, gaze thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. And repeat. Breathing in, you lengthen. Breathing out, you go down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to press back. Several breaths here. Ground down through the hands. Then, one more round. Really just moving here, getting in the flow, trying to quicken the heart rate. Get in tune with the breath, exhaling down, inhaling halfway lift. Exhale, hop back, lower down, all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Coming to plank, activate that core, press through the shoulders. And when you're ready, set up for cat-cow. Knees just below the hips, wrists just below the shoulders. We'll take several breaths going in, looking up, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin for cat. In your own pace, in your own time, with your own breath, making any other body movements that you find to feel good today. Maybe gazing over the shoulders, wagging the hips side to side. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow, just really getting into the flow, getting that spine nice and flexible, breathing in and out. Then when you're ready, come back through plank and press back downward dog. Finding your way back to the front of the mat. Inhale to lengthen through that spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, kiss the knees. Inhale, full body rise, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to the side. Sun Sal B. Bent knees. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, halfway to lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold in and step back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts, comes between the hands. Pivot and plant the back foot down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Warrior one. Exhale, lower down. Left foot meets the right. Take your vinyasa. Left leg lifts, comes through for warrior one. Pivot and plant the back foot down. Inhale, arms overhead, gaze thumbs. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Left foot meets the right. Take your vinyasa. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking back. Gaze back between the hands. Walk, hop, or step to meet them. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, sweep the arms overhead, gaze thumbs. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to the side. Bend the knees, sweep the arms overhead, sink down into that chair, sweep arms back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice long spine. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, sweep them back, palms down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, still bent knees. Then straighten the legs, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to mat, lower down, Vinyasa. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Bring it into the chest. Press it back. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, back. Inhale, knee to nose. Hold. Then set it down. Stay lifted on that back heel. Inhale, arms overhead for that crescent lunge. Then pivot and plant the back foot down. Both hands come to frame the foot. Take your vinyasa. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Left leg lifts. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale back. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale back. Inhale, knee to nose. Hold. Exhale, set that foot down in between the hands. Lift up through the core. Keep that back heel lifted, then plant it down. Both hands come down to frame the foot. Left foot meets the right. Take your vinyasa. Stay breathing here for one complete breath. One cycle of breath. Then gaze forward. Bend the knees. Hop forward. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, flat back. Exhale, fold in, bend the knees, sweep the arms overhead on an inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs to your side. And repeat, bend knees, sweep arms, straighten and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower down, keep those elbows in. Open the chest and upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Right leg lifts. Knee comes between the hands. Pivot and plant the back foot down. Arms sweep overhead for warrior one. Then exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm sweeps overhead. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Gaze towards the top hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Going for a core strengthener here. Reach that right arm out from underneath like you're holding a big giant beach ball. Then come back into warrior two. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Then cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Keep the left hand down. Lift the right hand to the sky for a lunge twist. Gaze towards that right hand if it's okay with your neck. Right hand sweeps down. Right leg sweeps back. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Left leg lifts. Knee to chest. Set the foot down. Sweep the arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Right arm sweeps overhead. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Press that knee into the elbow, 90-degree angle. Sweep it back, reverse warrior, and side angle pose one more time. Bring that left hand out from underneath you, activating the core, and then come back up using the core to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, frame the foot with the hands. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. Right hand stays down, left hand lifts to the sky for that beautiful lunge twist. Breathe into the twist, lengthen through the spine, stretching up, and then when you're ready, hand comes down, frames the foot, and find your vinyasa. Meet me in downward dog whenever you're ready. Taking a few rounds of breath here. And then come back through that sun salutation, hopping forward, lengthening through the spine, then bend the knees, sweep the arms overhead, and Samastitihi, hands to the side. Take a moment, reground. Then we're going to step into a wide leg to the right. Point your right toes towards the back of the mat. Stretch the arms out wide like a T. Stretch forward, stretching over that right leg as much as possible. And then tilt perpendicular to the right, maybe grasping onto that toe. And then we'll switch into a reverse. So bring the left hand down to the inside of the foot. Right hand lifts to the sky. Then we'll move straight into pyramid pose, lengthening through that spine. Both hands frame the foot. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Both hands walk out a couple inches to frame that foot. And then we're going to shift the weight into our right leg, lifting the left into the sky for a standing split. Don't worry about how high that leg goes. Focus on your balance today. Then when you're ready, hands find the mat. Left leg floats back down behind you into a side angle pose with the arm on the right side of the knee. Lifting up into warrior two. Right leg straightens. Right toes turn in. Left toes turn out towards the front of the mat. Come into a T for Trikonasana. Lengthen over that front leg and then find your tilt in that perpendicular motion, right arm reaching high into the sky, maybe grasping onto that big toe with your peace fingers to create some traction, some opposing forces. When you're ready, shift the hips back to a squared off position. Right hand finds the inside of the left foot and left arm reaches up to the sky. Be careful to keep a nice gentle bend in that front knee. It's to prevent overextending. Left hand comes down to frame the foot. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, nice flat back. Maybe walk that back foot in a couple inches. And then exhale, fold over the front leg for your pyramid pose. When you're ready, shift the weight into the front foot, walking the hands out slightly, and gently lift up that back foot. Maybe go for a balancing pose here by bringing one or both hands to your ankle. And then just like before, we'll slowly set that back foot down, coming into a nice extended side angle with the left hand pressed firmly into the ground on the left side of your knee. Slowly lifting back up into warrior two, straighten that leg, left toes turn in, and then we'll find ourselves preparing for wide leg forward fold. So with your hands on your hips, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Nice flat back as you roll down. Relax the neck. You can keep the hands on your hips, squeezing the elbows back behind you. Toes are slightly pigeon-toed. And then when you're ready, hands come down in between the feet. Heels come in slightly, toes pointed out, and we are going to move into a squat. Hands to heart, elbows to the insides of the knees. Finding a nice deep squatting position here. You can deepen the stretch by digging the shoulders down a little bit wider inside the knees, and then we'll go for that wonderful shoulder stretch. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky. And then, when you're ready, switch. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Gotta give Max some love. What a cute dog. Now both hands come back to center, toes go pigeon-toed, legs straighten, hips go straight back up to the sky. Inhale to lengthen through that spine. Exhale, hands come back to the hips. Fold in, and then slowly and carefully inhale to lift. Arms go out for a nice stretch. Exhale, interlace the hands back behind you now. Lengthen through the spine, puff that chest out. And then exhale, forward fold, letting the pinkies fall towards the mat in front of you. One piece of advice to avoid wrist pain is to push through the wrists, not the fists. So, kind of the opposite of what I'm doing here. If you want, you can go for a little bit of skandasana action here, bending one knee and bringing the shoulder over to it, and then alternating, bringing your shoulder to the other knee, bending into the other knee. When you're ready, hands come back to the waist. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Release the hands. Samastitihi, back to the front of your mat. Tune in with your breath and your body. Settle in, and then inhale, look forward, gaze thumbs, interlace the hands together, leaving the fingertips pointed out, pointer fingers pointed out. Steeple up, reach up, and then exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Do this a couple times, leaning a little bit further to the right than you did the first time, and a little bit further left than you did the first time. Maybe one more round here, going back and forth, lifting up, out, through the hips, lengthen through the spine, reach up, look up, push the hips forward, and then reach back. Draw the fingertips towards the back, and your gaze can follow them. Exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Walk the feet out about hips distance apart. You can check that they are by bringing two fists together and putting them down in between your feet, and your hips are where your pinkies meet the insides of your feet. Then use your peace fingers to hold on to your big toes. Use that grip to lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, fold forward. Gentle bend in the knees, roll the shoulders back, bend at the elbows if you can. Then we'll change our grip. First alternating right knee bends, left hand to the sky. Left knee bends, right arm to the sky. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Alternate, left hand up, right knee bends, inhale. Exhale down and switch. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're going to nestle the knees up towards the back of the armpits, on setting gently on the backs of the triceps, moving into arm balance, crow pose. We'll give this a few tries, just testing the balance, squeezing the bandhas, lifting the hips, maybe one toe at a time, and then both toes, pointing the toes, hugging it in, and then when you're ready, we're just going to lift the hips and come back into Navasana. Navasana, nice strong core. Now, low Navasana, again, strong core. Inhale to lift, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Hug all the way in, rock back. Maybe find yourself back into the center of your mat. Hug those knees into the chest, grab opposite elbows. You can bring the forehead to the knees to form a tinier ball. Then straighten your legs out in front of you and prepare for seated forward fold. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, reach up. Exhale, forward fold over the top of the legs, reaching for the ankles or the bottoms of your feet. Just a relaxed forward fold here. You can let the forehead drop down towards the knees. You can also grab the tops of your toes and just really relax through your back and your spine. Then we'll prepare for upward facing plank. I bring my hands about 2 hand spaces behind my hips and then lift the hips up. If this is too much for you, you can try upward facing tabletop with bent knees like this. But I prefer upward facing plank. It's more core work, and I point my toes down towards the mat, squeeze the glutes, push the hips up. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. Your neck can hang back if it's okay with your neck. And when we come back down, we're going to prepare for Navasana, grabbing the backs of the knees, finding that balancing point on your tailbone. Rock back, activate the core, lengthen through the chest, and then exhale, lower down to low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Inhale, high. And come forward, moving back through to plank. More core, heavy core today. Pressing through those shoulders, keeping that alignment in line from shoulders to wrists. And press back, downward dog. Feel that relaxation. We're going to drop down to our elbows now. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Gaze forward. Dolphin push up. Chin to the thumbs. 1. Stay high on those toes. Chin to thumbs. Exhale back. 2. Chin to thumbs. Exhale back. 3. Chin to the thumbs. Exhale back. 4. Last one. Child's pose. Surrender. Forehead to the mat. Hips relax towards the heels. Loose through the shoulders, open through the chest. And when you're ready, we'll come forward, sliding into your cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Walk to the front of your mat, come back into your tailbone, finding that high boat. Once again, nice active core, drawing through the chest, and then exhale down. Low boat, quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll row our boat. A little bit of oblique action coming here, alternating hands to heart and then elbow to the side. Hug the knees into the chest, roll back, come into high plank. Breathing here, strong core, nice one long line from the heels to the tip of the head. Now, low plank, drop the elbows down. Don't forget to breathe. Coming back into high plank, we're going to shift all of our weight into our left wrist, coming into high plank, high side plank on the right. Right hand lifts. Then after a couple breaths, we'll come back into high plank. And shift the weight to the other side. Weight into the right hand, left hand lifts to the sky. Stack the heels or slide them one in front of the other for balance. Coming back down into high plank. Stay active through that core. Keep the elbows nice and close to the chest. Inhale for upward dog. Look up. Exhale to downward dog. Resting pose. And child pose. Nice wide knees. Let the heart sink down towards the mat. We're going to start slowing it down here very shortly as we come here and towards the end of our practice. Start to slow that heart rate down. We'll lift the right leg up to the sky from our downward dog. Maybe open that knee, and then we'll bring it over to the right elbow, press it back, then come forward to the left elbow, press it back, and then last bit of core here, holding that knee into the chest in the center, and then gently set it down for pigeon pose. So you're going to press the right knee behind the right wrist, maybe pulling that left ankle forward to create a parallel line between your shin and the front of the mat. That will be a little bit more of an intense pigeon. Or if you want to bring the heel back a little bit closer to the hip, you can relax here a little bit better. I recommend that. Don't forget to lengthen through the spine before you fold over the top of the leg. Then we're going to make our way out of pigeon, just coming straight back into downward dog and switching legs. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open that hip, and then we'll get our last bit of core in here. So left knee, left elbow. Exhale back. Left knee, right elbow. Exhale back. Then come through to center, hug that knee into the chest, and then gently set the left knee down behind the left wrist. Adjusting that back foot back ever so slightly, settling into that pigeon, lengthen through the spine, look up. Exhale, walk yourself forward, rest the forehead on the forearms or completely down on the mat, whatever is more relaxed for you. And just tune in, breathe here. And when you're ready, bring the hands below the shoulders, straighten the arms, tuck the back toe under, and lift that back leg back up to the sky, then set it down by the right into downward dog. Roll forward to plank, tabletop, bend at the knees, and come down to a seat in the center of your mat. Bent knees, feet flat on the mat, lower yourself down using your core, and set up for your bridge pose. We're going to keep our hands down on the mat for the first one. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, keep the knees nice and square, lift the chin away from the chest. Breathe here a few rounds, then exhale, set those hips back down. Maybe let the knees fall left and right once or twice, recenter. Then inhale, lift the hips. This time try to interlace the hands below the back. Squeeze those glutes, lift the hips. Imagine you're squeezing something between your knees to keep them nice and square and active. Then lower down. And you can repeat either one of those options for your third and final bridge. Or if it's in your practice, you can try your wheel pose, bringing the hands up towards the shoulders, fingertips facing in. Keep those heels planted down as you inhale, lift the hips up. Don't forget to breathe. And when you're ready, exhale, lower down. Take it easy. Straighten those legs, stretch those arms. Maybe bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Massaging the lower back against the mat. Gentle rolls through the knees. And then we're going to start finding our reclined twist. Both knees fall to the left. Gaze goes to the right. Arms are in a relaxed cactus position. Maybe a full T. And then inhale to center, exhale, switch. Knees go to the right, gaze goes to the left. Doggy kisses are the best. Now we'll set up for our inversion. You can stay in waterfall just by lifting the knees right up to the sky and lifting the feet up. Or you can go into shoulder stand, rocking back onto the shoulders, bringing the hands to the low back for gentle propping yourself up. Stay here for a while to get the benefits of the inversion. Keep the toes pointed, glutes engaged, chin away from chest, gaze one place. If you're ready, you can bring the toes behind the head for plow. I like to interlace my hands here once the toes have touched the mat. After plow, you can stay here. You can roll into ear pressure posture, bringing the knees closer to the ears. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower the spine, like a strand of pearls being laid down gently onto the mat. You can leave your hands up as a sign of receiving the healing benefits of your posture, of your practice today. And stay here for 5, 10, 15 minutes, or however long you have for today. Show gratitude for being on your mat, for making it out here for this great workout. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.
Thank you again for joining me in yoga practice at Moon Wandering. Don't forget to like and subscribe.